Well, hello everybody. Happy Thursday. Araya here in For the Love of Dragons going live. We have some pretty exciting stuff happening energetically this week and we need to discuss it. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am Araya. I am a guide to work with the dragons, to connect with them more deeply. And there's lots of tools on the website, dragonwithin.com, including a book that I wrote back in 2007. Hello, Melinda. Meditations, guided meditations, some coming out in French very soon. I know I have a lot of French listeners that have been waiting for some more French materials besides the book. And we've got a book club coming up January 30th, 3 weeks from today, starting, which is 6 weeks of incredible transformation very quickly. Everyone says it's so much more than a book club, and it really is, because it's a group gathering to meet other dragon family, but be able to ask all your questions about how the dragons are affecting the rest of your life, things that are coming across on your spiritual journey. Are they connected to the dragons and why are they happening? It's just really fun. And I'm looking forward to it. And 3 or 4 of those spaces are already gone of the 10. So if you're interested in that, please let me know by message or email so that I can get you the information. Hello, Weldy. So we have a huge alignment this Sunday on January 12th at 4:50 or 4:23 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which here in Reno, that's going to be Sunday morning at 8, almost 8:30 in the morning. So you guys can judge where you are based on that and sort of sort out what time would work for you to align. But what would you be aligning to? What is happening? So I don't typically pay a lot of attention to astrological things, but I've known for a while that this big 4-planet conjunction is happening, and that way back in October, November, they closed down Uluru in Australia, Ayers Rock, to any more foreigners climbing it. It's no longer able to be climbed because the Aboriginal population there, the peoples that have been holding the energy of that space through their history, through their heritage, through their song lines and their cultural tradition for so long, have finally recognized the time, and my whole body's tingling on this, it's been going on for a while today. They're finally recognizing the time of it's time to call in the completion. So there was a ceremony way back in the creation time of the planet, in their legend, that was interrupted. The dream time of this space of humanity coming and living in harmony, and where humanity was supposed to go didn't get completed. It got interrupted in the creation time. And so this alignment is actually with the Saturn and Jupiter, are the main conjuncts, and within 1 degree of them, the Sun and Mercury are also aligning, which makes it extra powerful or potent as an alignment. They have chosen this day to complete the ceremony. So they are aligning to do the completion of the dream time, to finish and move into the golden age of humanity. And what that's doing, what essentially didn't get completed, was the creation of an umbilical cord that connects the Earth and Gaia herself out to the great central sun. Hello, Gilles, good to see you. And in so doing, that creates this flow of energy that we've been amping up towards. We've been preparing the planet and ourselves to be able to handle. And as we go forward with that umbilical cord will create the space for us to actually move into the golden age that so many have talked about for so long. This age of Aquarius actually coming forth upon us. It's like the heralding of the time. And so many of you have been feeling over the last couple of days, because when a conjunct like this happens, it's not just that day. You have probably been feeling for the last 3 or 4 days, and it will get more and more intense up until the day of. All kinds of emotional upheaval, all kinds of just energy moving, and like maybe being really high and really amped up on energy, not knowing where or why, and then sort of being thrown the opposite. But it's bringing up and churning a whole bunch of stuff that needs to come into alignment into this new frequency, this new aspect of opening to these higher frequencies. And so that's what you've probably been feeling in your body. Know that it will continue. It will get more intense. Some of you I know have been having just outbursts of tears and unexplained, like, where's all this emotion coming from? I just want to sit and cry. Let yourself. It's stuff that needs to come up and out, and just honor what's coming up in the moment for what needs to come through. So what I find very interesting is I don't typically, as I said, pay attention to the astral alignments coming up, but I pay attention to the information that comes through with all of my client sessions, because there's always pieces that sort of click into place for me in the bigger puzzle. And I get them from left, right, and center from every one of my clients. It's coming in from different directions. So when I found out about the alignment and the ceremony, it was maybe a month ago, that the Aboriginals would be doing, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm just going to mark it on my calendar, and came to realize, like, oh my goodness, this is happening right before my next Eye of the Dragon program kicks off on Tuesday, and my ongoing group now that's been created with 2 years of Dragon Hearts graduates coming together on Monday. And there's something significant about that, but also with the new Dragon Hearts that are starting, the sessions they've had this week, some pieces got revealed, and the dragon connection to this, because I've known that I need to go to Uluru. It's been on my list since about 2012, I think, is when the places that I need to activate started coming through, and then completed. I got the full list when I was in Machu Picchu, and Uluru has always been on there. And it's a very big connection to the larger global chakras that certain people define. My locations of them for the dragons are a little bit different, but Uluru has always been aligned with the dragon coordinates that I have on my big map. And I've known, like, I need to go there. Wasn't sure when, knew it was coming up this year, and just sort of thought, okay, I know it's at the end of next year. And I started feeling like somehow it's the completion, the dragon piece completion of what's starting, that the Aboriginal elders are putting in place, putting in motion this Sunday. But then I leave it at that. Well, in a client session this week, one of my clients in South Africa asked about this ceremony that's happening on Table Mountain on Sunday, that a group of people that are definitely associated with dragon are pulling together. And as she spoke about it, immediately the entire energy and information of it came in, and I was able to see a male rainbow serpent sitting over South Africa. And when I say rainbow serpent, it was a serpentine dragon. So a serpentine dragon is a serpentine form that has wings but no legs, much like some of the Chinese dragon body styles. And that the female was actually sitting right over Uluru. And what I saw happen was them going through these points of the earth. And interestingly, Table Mountain and Uluru are exactly opposed on the globe. So this is one of my tools. I love my little globes. If I put a finger on Uluru and I put a finger on Table Mountain, we get almost the exact, I believe it's called the latitude, that runs horizontally this way on the globe. So they do connect straight through the planet there. And there's another piece that comes into that I'll share in a moment, that has to do with a pinpoint exactly on the opposite side that makes a triangle, because with the dragons we always look at trines. It's the strongest geometric shape that cannot crumble. It's in almost every aspect of sacred geometry. So there's this trine, and I always look at trines in the globe, and this trine happens to fall right onto Easter Island. That's the pinpoint. Well, what's significant about Easter Island for me is that as the female water dragon who sits under the Pacific Ocean, her heart chakra sits under Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui, for those of you, and the Moai that hold space there. So I realized when I saw this vision that this male rainbow serpent and the female are actually going to be pulling the spiral through the line of energy and wrapping around each other like a double helix. Where have I seen this before? I talked about it 2 years ago when in the first Dragonheart program, this happened in the Pacific with the black and the white dragons. The black male and the white female in the Pacific, and the black female and the white male over in the African and European continents. There was the same spiraling, but with the black and white helix being created that was activating and healing the DNA of the planet. That was 2 years ago. Now we're coming into the next higher octave phase of that and seeing the rainbow frequencies come in, and here's the rainbow spiral, and being shown that I have to sit and hold space, and whoever wants to hold space with me in any of these points, whether you align with Table Mountain, whether you align with Uluru, whether you align with Rapa Nui, whichever you feel your heart called to the most, and or into the triangulation of all of it, adding your intention for the age of Aquarius, the golden age of peace and harmony, to actually begin to be embodied. And that phrase is making my whole body chill again. Hello, Randy. Good to see you. And Remington, nice to see you. Some faces I haven't seen in a while. I always love that. So this next higher octave and having the water dragon, who is the one responsible to wake up and bring everyone together. And I know that it's aligned with this heart chakra and this triangulation happening. And then getting the information, I thought it's so interesting. I thought, okay, I know for some reason, I thought my piece was until December, till the end of the year. And here I'm being called in now. And yet being shown the dragons are very clearly connected with this. The rainbow dragon energy that's been coming in. And I thought it interesting to see that on Christmas Day, which was just a couple weeks prior to this, right? There was, because Beluga Peak in the Altai Mountains of Siberia is also connected to Uluru. And there were some beautiful photographs posted online. I think they might be in the group. So look under the posts right around Christmas Day of an incredible rainbow dragon in the skies. It's so evident and so clear. And if I can remember later, I'll post the picture again in the group so you can see it very clearly. This rainbow dragon over the Beluga Peak of the Altai Mountains. Almost, it's like setting the precedence, showing everyone the energy is here. We're in place. We're ready. And if you tune into the space around Uluru, for those of you that are energy workers, or hello Jackie, or clairvoyance, when you are able to tune in energetically and pick it up, you might sense or feel that dragon tail underneath Uluru beginning to move and activate and come to life itself. But then the interesting piece I was shown actually a couple days ago, I was feeling like, I'm supposed to be there around Christmas. Am I supposed to, take my family there for Christmas? What am I doing? And knowing it was right around that time frame, and then thinking, oh my gosh, it's on the solstice. I'm supposed to be there on the solstice on 12/21. And then this morning, the information came to give that confirmation, and this is how it always works. So part of the reason I tell stories like this is so that you guys can see the alignment of the clues and the puzzle pieces that come together, and the confirmation that will come when you keep stepping forward on your path and trusting the information. Hello, Genevieve. I saw and read about the alignments coming up for this year, and this Saturn Jupiter conjunct, I believe it's Saturn-Jupiter again, is happening again. There's a very big alignment on the solstice on 2020, and it just fit. I thought, oh, that's the completion of this conjunct, and isn't that interesting? I will be called to be there to finish the dragon piece with a small group of people for that. So I wanted to bring this all to your attention, mainly because you're going to be feeling it regardless of how deeply you're connected. On Sunday, anybody that can align, and I've seen a lot of different meditations and things going out for alignment. I saw one just last night or this morning about the age of Aquarius alignment and heralding that in, that a group is doing a meditation at 11:11 p.m. Colorado time on the 11th of January, Saturday night, which pushes into the same frequency zone of all this energy happening. So I wanted to bring it to your attention and share this out so that it gets out there and everybody knows all these alignments, because on a soul level, we're all called as light workers to be heralding this in. And this is one of the biggest alignments that I've felt come together for good, and my whole body's tingling on this, of a worldwide calling of light forward to really shift things. And that, I don't know if you guys can feel it, my whole body is just like, oh, hello Shireen, good to see you. So encouraging you, find time, and if you can't align right at that hour, 4:53 Greenwich Mean Time on Sunday, or at 11:11 p.m. with the group that's heralding in the age of Aquarius, that's their focus, but it's all wrapped up together. It's about coming together in that 12 to 24 hour period when you can align to it. The way energy works is you can actually, with your intention, set your whatever time you're sitting in physically to move your energy body out of the time-space continuum and set yourself with your intention into the moment in time when you want to be present, and add your energy to the group sphere. So hello, Carla. Good to see you. Thanks for adding those little hearts in. I always love those hearts. So hopefully that makes sense and you can feel it and understand it. If you have questions about it that I haven't addressed for some reason, my main thing was to come on and make sure you guys know about it, but also understand how the dragons are connected. The rainbow dragon energy coming in is the new spectrum. It's the new realm that's available, and we're going to start being able to see more. You know, we had the event March of 2018, which was the first time all the rainbow energies were starting to be seen in the sky, and we had amazing sky phenomena all that year. Lots of pictures and posts made. You can look back through the group, you can look back anywhere online and see those, but now it's becoming more prevalent. It's taken that 2-year cycle to have the planet ready for not only the energies to be present, but for them to link and create this double helix, this umbilical cord out to the great central sun. That's going to really be the game changer for us. And we've all known that 2020's been coming up as a big shift year of all kinds of things aligning and not really knowing how to explain it or what to expect. And we don't need to put words to it. We need to put heart to it. We need to put our energy into it and know that when we all in line envision it together of the golden age of Aquarius, of moving into how humans really need to be interacting and treating each other and treating the planet and finding that place of respect and love and expansion into the truth of ourselves. Because it's when we connect with that within ourselves that we can actually get closer to connecting to our truest self. Whatever that looks like. For me, it's a dragon. For many of you, it's a dragon because you're dragon hearts and your first and foremost solar incarnation was as dragon. But when you can connect to that aspect of yourself and bring it in, you're going to carry so much more light on this planet. And that's where you start really living and expanding into the fifth dimensional spaces that are available. They're here now, and they're going to be more and more available to more and more people as we expand this frequency up. So please join in whatever capacity you're called to, in whatever of those spaces of the trine that you're called to, or all of them. And maybe you feel to project yourself out to the sun, out to Mercury, out to Jupiter, out to Saturn, whichever one, or all of them. But your energy is important, and your peace and your heart space, centering in it to add your heart space into it, is what's the most important. So as I said, any questions, post them into the comments so that I can either address them next week after the fact, or post, if it's necessary, information before Sunday that I can add into the comments. And I will try and go post that beautiful photo with the rainbow dragon that someone shared. And I'm so grateful because you guys share so much into the group, and it alerts me and brings me puzzle pieces every time someone does. It's like, click in. Oh, there's the Altai Mountains. Oh, they connect to Uluru. Oh, here's Table Mountain. Yes, it's all connected. It's all divine, and we are all part of the puzzle. So thank you for being here and being part of my dragon family. I love coming and talking to you guys every week. And I will look forward to seeing you next week through this new gateway and see, what comes up to talk about then. Maybe just all of our experiences of what this Sunday was like. And please, if you do align and you have something happen, minor or major, share it into the group so that we can all enjoy it with you. And that, it's like when you share, it helps other people remember all of their experiences, because it will click in and go, oh yeah, I had this happen. Because, they read your story and went, I had forgotten about that piece because my meditation was so long, or I was in such a high space that I couldn't remember anything. And boom, it helps bring those recollections back because they're important. It's important to bring it into consciousness. All right, you guys have a great, great week. Much love to you, and we will see and feel you in the ethers on Sunday, 4:23 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, wherever you are. All right. Hello, Ingor. Good to see you. We'll be aligning with you, I know. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.